Although there is a steady decline in the frequency of accidents year by year, nevertheless, the human factor continues to dominate 80 to 85% of accidents according to the U.S. Coast Guard's marine accidents data. Out of this, 50% are initiated by human error, and the other 30% are associated with human error. Now, the human element comprises lack of competence, insufficient training, lack of communication, complacency, workload, and very importantly, fatigue. In terms of fatigue, it has been an alarming trend in the past year. There are factors that affect a navigation officer's fatigue, such as stress, fear, boredom, monotony, poor quality of sleep, and even environmental factors. Now, if statistically 50% of contact damages, namely groundings, collisions, and damage to third-party property, occur whilst the pilot is on board. So this statistic signifies the importance of analyzing such incidents, and indeed the International Group of P&I Clubs collects this data from individual P&I clubs and analyzes it for loss prevention purposes. The fact that approximately 50% of contact damages, namely groundings, collisions, and damage to third-party property, occur whilst the pilot is on board signifies the importance of analyzing this data. And in fact, the International Group of P&I Clubs collects this data from individual P&I clubs for the purpose of analysis in loss prevention. The main factors, contributing factors to such incidents are limited or lack of communication between the pilot and the bridge team, limited or lack of evaluation of the master's berth-to-berth passage plan, the pilot's overconfidence, the pilot's fatigue, the master's relaxation as soon as the pilot boards, and also the master's inability to either challenge or override the pilot altogether. So in terms of any alarming trends in the future, I would say that we are seeing an over-reliance on technology on the part of navigation officers in certain instances. So we see that technology can be a double-edged sword, and there may be an alarming trend in this respect in the future. From a P&I perspective, the 2017 policy year has seen an emergence of a new P&I exposure, namely the payment of repatriation costs and outstanding wages for abandoned crew. The American Club has handled 6 MLC abandonment crew cases around the world in jurisdictions such as the Netherlands, Bulgaria, China, Mexico, and the UAE. The club managed to successfully deal with this very unfortunate situation and put an end to the crew members' agony. And this was achieved by working very closely with the local maritime authorities and with the ITF in order to formulate an optimum and prompt strategy, which led to the safe and successful repatriation of all crew members, and whilst at the same time safeguarding and preserving their rights of recourse under the applicable law. Now, no doubt, we believe that since the implementation of the MLC, there have been significant and continue to be significant long-term benefits for the industry. We see that there are improvements in ship facilities and design over the past 5 years. We naturally, a seaman who is comfortable and confident in his living and working place is more likely to focus on safety and on productivity, which again brings us to the human element that we discussed before. So no doubt there is a very positive effect, and we believe that this will continue from the implementation of the MLC. The American Club is currently in the process of developing a seaman wellness program, which incorporates the existing products and services, such as the pre-employment medical examination program, as well as a new service and products in best practices and guidance and training our membership owners. Mental wellness, as well as other areas of concern, including anti-harassment and anti-bullying strategies. Furthermore, the American Club, in cooperation with the American Bureau of Shipping and Lamar University in the United States, has formed a new joint initiative with the aim of reducing safety-related maritime incidents. The initial focus will, for analysis and guidance of the industry, will be on slips, trips, and fall, which are a major factor of maritime injuries. Statistically, about 50% of such incidents are caused due to lack of situational awareness, whilst about 29% are caused by poor housekeeping. We will be speaking more about this program during the course of the next year as the program develops. There have been major improvements in enhancing maritime safety culture, both ashore and at sea. This has been driven mainly by increased regulatory requirements and oversight by the IMO and port states. Charters demands to ship owners, particularly in the oil, gas, chemical, passenger ship sectors, as well as companies themselves have started to acknowledge and realize the financial value of safety in fewer accidents. Obviously, there is still room for improvement and enhancement in both shipboard and shoreside safety management cultures. We have been missing added value tools which measure safety culture and identify areas that need improvement and create tools for such improvement. It is positive to see that there are more companies that provide relevant services, as well as companies that appreciate and acknowledge the added value and the cost saving for implementing such programs, which is very encouraging.